And we're back.
And we're back.
Yay.
So
This is your episode.
It is my episode. It's my turn.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, you didn't introduce yourself.
Usually you present the show first.
Oh, this is Coffee Meets Murder. I'm Janelle's.
And I'm Levon.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing. And so, little life update, right?
Yes.
Yes. We're going to Disney next week.
Well, technically, the week that this episode goes out, which is next Wednesday, we leave the day after.
Yes.
So technically, to them that listen, we're leaving this week. We're leaving technically tomorrow. But yeah, it's a Disney week.
Moral of the story is we're going to Disney.
Yep.
Jesus.
The Animal Kingdom.
Woo! The Animal Kingdom.
And Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we gotta wear hats, right? Because it's like super sunny or whatever.
Sure.
I don't remember it being that shadless.
No.
I think we'll be fine, right?
Brianna said to wear hats.
Yeah, I know. Brenna's her friend.
Shout out to Brianna.
Just shouting everybody out.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Also, I wanted to start a little thing where we ask our listeners to give us requests on certain cases that they might want us to cover.
Oh, that's crazy that you say that.
Why?
I added that to the next story that I write.
Well,
it's not a story, but the next case, I added that.
Well, I beat you to the punch. There you go.
Not bad. Good,
All
good.
right. You can remind them next episode.
Correct.
All right. So, yes, please, if you have anything that you want us to cover, please send it in.
Yes.
Through our Instagram. What's our Instagram, Levon?
Coffee Meets Murder podcast.
No, there we go. And also, please don't forget to follow.
And share.
And share.
And
share
comment.
with anyone. Share with everyone.
Yep. And listen to it.
And listen.
Yes. Very important.
Listen like you're listening right now.
Exactly.
Of course. Okay. So, the case is about the yogurt shop murders. It is my turn this week. Right?
Correct.
Yes. All right. We have the yogurt shop murders. It is not exciting at all. What happens to these people? It's never exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it brings awareness.
Yes.
Right. All right. On the night of December 6th, 1991, the frozen yogurt store, I can't believe it's yogurt, is located in North Austin. It's open for business. Okay.
It's like the butter.
Yeah. It has,
I can't believe it's butter.
can't believe it's not butter.
Oh, it's not butter.
It's not butter. Sorry. I don't know
My
what
bad.
it is, but it's not butter. All right. There are 4 girls working, or at least 3 girls working at the yogurt shop, and one decides to come visit.
Okay.
You have Amy Ayers. Sorry if I don't know the entire, the right pronunciation.
Right.
Okay. You have Amy Ayers, Sarah Harbison, Jennifer Harbison, and Eliza Thomas. Okay. Eliza was the oldest employee and was responsible for supervising the closing shift. Okay. And then 13-year-old Sarah Harbison was just visiting and helping out her older sister, Jennifer Harbison,
Gotcha.
closing the shift. Okay. So around 9:30, 10 o'clock, the store begins slowing down. The customers later recall seeing a few young men in the store earlier after everything happens
Mm-hmm.
in the evening. But after the whole crime happens, it wasn't really confirmed at the end. Okay. Around 10:30 p.m., they begin preparing to close the shop. They were doing things like counting the cash registers, cleaning machines, restocking toppings, wiping tables, locking the doors, anything that might entail closing. Okay. I hate this. Okay. So around 12:15 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
same night, a passerby notices some smoke coming from the yogurt shop and calls emergency services. Firefighters from the Austin Fire Department respond to the blaze. At first, it appears to be a routine commercial fire.
Okay.
Commercial building fire. Okay. When they enter the building, they extinguish the fire, but inside the burn shop, they make a horrifying discovery. The crime scene quickly becomes one of the most disturbing in Texas history. Police are immediately called to the scene.
Right.
Okay. They find Amy Ayers, Sarah Harbison, Jennifer Harbison, and Eliza Thomas murdered inside the yogurt shop. The building was set on fire, severely degrading potential forensic evidence.
Yeah.
Contemporary and later descriptions converge on a scene involving victims found nude, bound, gagged, using clothing as ligatures.
Oh my God.
Shot in the head, and burned to varying degrees with indicators of sexual assault.
Whoa.
The murders shock Austin. Parents become fearful of letting teenagers work late shifts. Businesses change police regarding young employees working at night. They change policies regarding young employees working at night.
Okay.
And the case dominates local and national headlines. Early physical evidence known from courts and police summaries includes recovered bullets, like a .22 caliber gun, right? That's how you say it, or bullet.
They recovered the gun or the...
They did not recover the gun. It was a .22 caliber projectile, so it's a casing, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a bullet. And a .380 caliber bullet.
It's a casing.
And shell casing.
The casing.
Okay.
The bullet is the tip.
The front door was reported locked with a key in the interior door lock. A back door was found left cracked open. A small amount of cash, about $540, was estimated missing. So already you can start concluding that this might be a robbery.
Yeah.
Or
maybe it went wrong and,
Right. But when you start putting in the information about how they were nude, bound, gagged, sexually assaulted.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
That already makes it more than just a robbery gone wrong.
Yeah.
So Austin police starts investigating. And when they start investigating, they receive thousands of tips. Okay. So they examine the robbery suspects in the area, known violent offenders, teenagers seen near the store, former employees and customers. But despite intense investigation, the case stalls. There is nothing that they can find that places someone in the yogurt shop during that time while they are there closing.
Yeah. This was 1991?
1991. Okay. Early physical evidence from known courts. From 1999 through the early 2000s, the investigation produced arrests and convictions built primarily on confessions. So we're already looking at how much time has passed. This case becomes a cold case.
How much time passed?
We're looking at from 1999 through the early 2000s.
Whoa.
Okay, the investigation produced arrests and convictions built primarily on confessions. Courts later ruled critical confession evidence could not be used to confrontation clause problems, and the convictions were overturned. In 2008-2009, renewed DNA analysis revealed male DNA inconsistent with the accused, contributing to the dismissal of charges. So this means that between 1999 and 2000, you had people who were convicted, up to 4 men, but solely on confessions. There is no DNA that puts them in the crime scene.
So 4 men confessed to
being
the murders?
There. Yes, because
to being there or to committing the murders?
To committing the murders.
Okay.
So yes, you had to be there to commit the murders, duh.
Right. I thought they were just saying, "No, yeah, I was at the yogurt that day."
No. Like they said that they were there and that they committed the murders.
Okay.
But there was no solid evidence towards DNA that was going to place them there.
Yeah. You know what I would ask?
What?
If you're so it's 4 men, right? Mm-hmm. And they're each confessing to being there and murdering, right? Mm-hmm. It is obviously impossible for 4 men to kill. There's 4 girls that died. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All 4 men cannot kill. Like one of them can kill all 4, and then the second one kill all 4, and then the third kill all 4. You know, it doesn't make sense. It would have to be like a 1-1-1-1 type of thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, just ask, like, oh, which one did you kill? And then ask each one of them. And if they were there, they would tell you specifically.
So some of them, which I'm going to talk about it later, recanted.
Oh, of course.
Saying that they were coerced by police to confess.
The old BS.
I mean,
I'm sure it's not.
Why would you say that you did it in the first place? Because now it really sounds like BS.
A spotlight.
Why would you want a spotlight and then get convicted for murder? That makes absolutely no sense. What type of spotlight is that?
I don't know.
It goes back to that. That's the same. I think of that as the same way as I think of when police and like investigators say, call us if you have like a tip or something important to say, and then you just call for absolutely no reason with the wrong information to derail the entire investigation. That makes absolutely no sense to me, but
I agree.
I move on. Something that I did not say before were how the victims were found.
Oh.
We know that they were found the way that they were found because of the things that were done to them. But they found at least 3 of the bodies stacked in the back room in the early accounts. This matters for both fire origin analysis and later confession.
What the hell?
Right. So, see, that's a specific detail that if you were to have murdered,
correct,
you would say.
Correct. Yeah, right? That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Only the killer would know that, and obviously the firefighters and the cops actually saw it. But yeah, very true.
Very true. Okay, so the entry and exit of the robbery or of the crime committed is very important because it constrains offender movement. Okay. The front door locked with the key in the lock from the inside, so the back door was left cracked open. So we can already say that they came in from the back.
Okay.
Because it was cracked open, right? The office in the back remained locked and was not entered during the offense.
Okay.
If you were in a yogurt shop, why wouldn't you, if it's a robbery, right?
Right. Why wouldn't you go to the office for the safe?
Why wouldn't you go in the office? It was not touched, right? As described in the... No, not described. While night shift cash was believed to be missing, it was estimated only $540. So you're going to do all this torturing and this whatever you did to those poor girls.
Yeah, for $500.
For $500.
There's more.
There has to be more to that. And I'm pretty sure the yogurt shop made a whole lot more than $500 that day.
It's a yogurt shop. Bro, come on.
It cannot make more than it makes more than $540, especially when it was like the trendy thing back then. A frozen yogurt shop is like Menchie's here in Florida.
I guess. I mean, I've been to Menchie's. It's never packed.
Is Menchie's a thing anywhere else?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's a good question.
It's a good fun fact. All right. So the details were later used to assess whether the event was a robbery, a burglary, a murder, versus just a sexually motivated attack with the staged robbery element. The official record reflects that the burglary remained embedded in charging theories. So I get this is also important for them to know because they can associate other burglaries around the area.
Okay.
And find those people to see if they were the ones who could have committed this because we don't know yet.
Right.
Right. So they could just investigate those people as well. Also, you have the fire arson aspect to it because they set fire to the place. Okay. So the analysis behind that is that the fire origin became a core forensic dispute because prosecutors later argued that accurate, non-public knowledge of the fire's origin corroborated a confession. The appellate opinion describes that the first local arson investigator concluded the fire began on a shelf along a wall in the back room. So the fire came from the back.
Right.
They came in from the back. I mean, I'm assuming if I light this place on fire right here, I'm going to start it from the exit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I could see what they tried to
leave?
Do. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could see what they were trying to do.
I'm not going to set the back on fire if I'm going to go out through the back.
Correct.
But after a confession, the state sought a second opinion from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms expert, who did not view the scene, but concluded the fire originated on cups, paper products placed atop the stacked bodies.
Makes sense.
So he said that it didn't start in the back room. It actually started with after they placed the bodies. It
makes sense, but he wasn't there.
Okay. Well, after reviewing the ATF report, right, which was the first report that they had made, and seeing the photos, the local investigator changed to concur.
Wow.
And guess who? Investigators found no trace of accelerant and no lighter fluid.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
That's probably what made them change.
Yes, but it's weird, right? Because usually that's what you start a fire with.
If you're planning to do the fire. If it just came to you like out of the blue, like, oh damn, I got to think of something now, then you'd probably just go with the next best thing.
Okay, so you have to have a lighter with you, though, right? How would you make a fire in a yogurt shop? But
if you have the lighter with you, you planned to do something with the lighter. Maybe this was just like again, a sporadic.
Okay, it goes back to the same thing. How would you start the fire then at the yogurt shop? Maybe I can't even say Chuck E. Cheese where we worked at because there's a stove there or whatever.
Maybe he found the lighter. Maybe he looked. Maybe he's like, oh.
But if he found the lighter,
he looked around.
Same thing. Wouldn't it have been with an accelerant or lighter fluid?
No, because somebody who smokes cigarettes, you think they have an accelerant in their pocket also? No, they just have the lighter.
Don't talk to me like I'm 2 years old. I'm a little stupid. Okay, moving on. All right, so they found no trace of accelerant and no lighter fluid can. The defense experts argued that if accelerant had been used, traces should have been detectable, right, while the state did not rule out accelerant use. So they didn't fully rule it out, but they did find no trace of it, which they found weird.
Yeah.
Okay. The confession here is influencing interpretation of the ambiguous physical evidence, and the reinterpreted physical evidence is then used to corroborate the confession. So even though they're literally finding no evidence to put these confessions in place,
right,
they're still trying to corroborate it in a way. Okay. Across official summaries and the appellate record, the primary lethal mechanism is consistent with their autopsy and medical findings. Okay. The victims were all shot in the head. Execution style. Okay. The record also adds medically relevant specifics for 2 victims, like the Ayers. Amy.
Okay.
Was described as having been strangled but still alive when gunshot wounds were inflicted.
Oh, okay.
A ligature around Jennifer Harbison's neck was considered possibly a gag that fell away. The record notes that there was no evidence suggesting she was strangled.
Wait, what?
For Jennifer Harbison,
yeah,
they were saying that there was a gag, like she was gagged, and then it fell.
Oh, okay.
Like she probably had like some type of like.
So she wouldn't scream.
Right. She probably had like some type of bruising or something.
Yeah.
Right. A ligature.
Yeah.
Around her neck was considered possibly a gag that fell away, but there was no evidence that she was strangled.
Got it.
Okay. The sexual assault evidence exists in multiple forms across sources, though it is characterization evolved over time. Okay. Because this evidence goes all the way to 2026 February.
Oh.
Last month.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. Okay. So, in a case summary in 2025 states that evidence of sexual assault and documents that sexual assault kits were taken. So, they swabbed down there.
The girls?
Yes.
Okay.
And then all that was taken into evidence.
Okay.
And examined.
Okay.
Examined.
Right.
Examinated. What? In the record, the forensic pathologist reported vaginal abrasions consistent with Sarah Harbison being sexually assaulted with the handle of a metal ice scoop.
Oh my God.
An implement relevant because it also interacts with the holdback detail and confession reliability. That is another detail that you, as the person who did it,
would only be the one to know.
That's
actually a very specific detail.
It is. That's also horrible.
It is.
That's horrible. It's horrible. A metal ice scoop? I'll never look at one the same again.
Yeah, that's harsh.
Never again. That's horrible. They went through, there was like torture before
they died.
Before they died. It is super sad. There was no toxicology, obviously, performed. The vaginal swabs were taken for DNA both at the scene and at the autopsies. We know about the 380 cartridge casing that was found on the floor drain. The 1991 era DNA was primitive and later notes that the many male DNA samples from the case were tiny picograms, were tiny and mixed with the victim DNA, limiting CODIS eligibility. So they took, I guess, other samples from other males that, again, after investigating the robberies and this and that, they weren't able to corroborate any of that DNA.
Yeah.
Okay. Fingerprints are referenced as existing but unresolved.
Okay.
A 2012 Austin Public Safety Commission compilation notes there are fingerprints that have never been matched to anyone. How do you have fingerprints?
So they have fingerprints in their...
Right. So, like, I have the evidence of fingerprints, but I don't have the person to match it.
Okay. That's weird.
And that was in 2012.
Jeez.
However, APD's public 2025 materials emphasize that DNA and ballistics were the decisive physical evidence types for the eventual identification, leaving unclear whether latent prints were too degraded, too partial, or simply unmatched. So here now they're talking about how maybe you haven't matched them because they're not as detailed as they need to be in order to be matched.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are no accessible primary documents in the reviewed source set provide a systematic inventory of other trace evidence types, like fibers, hairs, footwear impressions,
right,
or their laboratory outcomes. So they have no other evidence, like I just suggested, but the fingerprints. Okay? If there is, it is either not publicly released or it's embedded in trial exhibits not available here. Like, it's not available out publicly.
Gotcha.
Sorry. All right. So, in 2001, 2002, okay, because again, we go all the way to February 2026, but I'm going to take you back to 2001, 2002. 2001, 2002. Two suspects are convicted. Robert Springsteen and Michael Scott.
Okay.
Okay. They both receive life sentences.
Mm-hmm.
However, problems begin to emerge. Defense attorneys argue that the confessions were coerced because they confessed to the murders.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they do not match the fingerprints, and there is no DNA evidence that puts them at the scene of the crime.
So, how were they convicted?
By the confession alone.
Okay.
Which is insane to me because you have no DNA.
Right.
Right. So, this is where then the defense attorneys argue that the confessions were coerced, the details in the statements were inconsistent, and physical evidence linking the suspects to the crime was weak. Because let's say that you were around the area at 1 a.m.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you did it.
Right.
It just means that why are you out there at 1 a.m? You know?
Yeah.
That's not something concrete.
But isn't there, in 1991, right, wouldn't there be like a tape recorder for when you're taking a statement? I feel like tape recorders have been
used for a while.
Yeah.
Yes. But what do you mean by a tape recorder? You lost me there.
Yeah, wouldn't the confession be taped?
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it coerced? I don't understand.
Oh, but that's what the defense attorney were saying.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
They're so lovely people.
I mean, whether it was coerced or not, if you didn't do it, why are you...
Right, but I feel like a confession, like a good confession.
But you're saying it from the you're talking to me from the point of view of you being on the other side.
Yeah, but
right. But if you were being interrogated,
right,
wouldn't you? If you're sitting there for, 12 hours,
I would never tell them I did it.
Well, I would say, I've never been in the situation, and I don't ever want to be in any situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were in that situation where they were accusing me of something I did not do,
I would never.
I would never say that I did it.
Of course.
Even if I just wanted to leave the room, I would never say I did it.
Correct.
It wasn't me.
Beat me. What are you gonna do?
Oh, that's crazy. Beat me. All right. However, in 2009, the Texas courts overturned the convictions.
Surprise, surprise.
Look at that. The reasons why include their unreliable confession evidence.
You see, that's what I meant. A real confession would be that you give details only
that the person that was there would know.
Exactly.
So they had unreliable confession evidence, which I think goes back to when the defense attorney was saying that the details in the statements were inconsistent. Their statements, what they were saying, even though they said I did it,
right?
The details didn't make sense,
Yeah.
Other things that include as to why they got overturned were problems with the interrogation methods. What do you have to say about that one? What does that mean? Explain it.
Well, problems with the interrogation method could mean, right, that they beat them and did the confession.
Like you just said, beat me.
Yeah, beat me.
Beat me.
That would only make sense.
Problems with the interrogation methods.
Or they didn't press record on the tape.
So they didn't get the full. Because
Right.
they could. Because I could press play, unplay. You're gonna say what I'm gonna tell you what to say. Play again.
Correct.
And so on.
And all of this could have been done.
Right? You never know, which is why it's just overall.
Exactly.
And the interrogation methods and it being a problem.
Yeah. Sometimes politics plays a role. They want to close out the case.
That's what I was going to tell you. Do people really do that sometimes?
I don't know. I've never
or can people? Oh, I didn't ask if you did it. I wouldn't ask you to do it. to record yourself and put it up.
But politics does play a role.
I bet. I bet. All right. And then the last one, another reason, is that advances in DNA testing that it did not match the suspect. So clearly we're in 2009. Things have evolved. And so with more DNA testing out there, they were able to also not match those suspects. Okay. So the case returns to being unsolved. Okay. But in the 2010s, the Austin Police Department reopens the investigation. Okay. So the detectives begin to re-examine the DNA evidence, the fingerprints that belong to Casper the Friendly Ghost. And they also go through the preserved crime scene materials. Okay. With the new forensic technology, this offers hope for identifying the perpetrators. In 2017, so 7 years later, investigators continue to test the remaining evidence. Authorities believe multiple offenders were involved, but no one has been definitively identified. The case remains officially unsolved. Okay? Not yet. Not yet. Haha, got you there. That is in 2017. Okay. Hold on. In 2018, APD states that APD is the Austin Police Department, by the way.
I got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
States that by 2018, technological improvements enabled retesting that returned a more complete YSTR profile. Do you know what that is?
YSTR. Nope.
I'm trying to figure out what that is. Hold on, let me Google it. What is?
Ooh, Google moment.
What is a? We gotta educate ourselves. YSTR profile. People listening are like, you're dumb. It's a DNA profile based on short tandem repeats.
Oh.
Look at you, smart. Located on the male-specific Y chromosome. So it's the sperm?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't believe I just Googled that. I have to laugh at myself. Okay, moving on. This is serious. All right. The YSTR profile with 27 total markers. It's like a biology. Alleles?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
27 total markers. So to having double, it has to do with your cells in your sperm.
Got it.
So they were able to retest the swabs, basically, with the advanced DNA testing in 2018 is what it's trying to tell you.
The swab that they had swapped the victims.
Yes,
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
But in 2018, 2019, the manual testing search among labs retaining the Y profiles yielded 0 matches at the time.
Okay.
So no matches still.
Okay.
Yet in August 2025, APD conducted a broader manual keyboard search. The South Carolina State Lab was the only lab reporting a complete match to the 27 total marker profile. APD reports the result was reviewed by the South Carolina Legal Department before release.
And this is Austin, right?
This is
in Texas.
Yes. So they had
maybe
to go
the person
outside
moved
of Texas. Yes.
Right, so they moved and had a family or something. Because if it's this long, I doubt that the match was to the person that was killed that night. Maybe it's like a son, you know? Because there's been cases that have been solved that way.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Like the DNA doesn't match. Like I said, your dad did it, but the DNA doesn't match your dad. It matches
my dad's
you.
never
But it matches you because you've been in there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Go on.
Could be. APD also published a clear limitation statement that this testing is not unique to a single person. So the results of is not unique to a single person. It is paternally inherited. So you're right about what you said. Look at you. Okay. So these matches are probabilistic and are especially powerful for exclusion, but weaker for individualization than autosomal. So again, same thing what you said.
Yeah.
Meaning that this means that it might have hit somebody who is part of the family.
Right.
But that's one step closer.
Correct.
To knowing what's going on and who it was. A pivotal 2025 element was a direct STR comparison. APD reports that retesting produced on the same DNA from Ayers fingernail clippings. That STR profile matched Brasher's STR profile with a reported statistics of 2.9 million to 1. 2.5 million to 1.
So somebody submitted
fingernail
clippings?
No, this was like the preserved.
They preserved the fingernail clipping?
Yes.
From the crime scene or?
From her body.
Oh.
So that they're able to,
Yeah, I got it.
But again, remember that it wasn't matching. But once it matched.
Bingo.
They decided to then use the fingerprints that were under her nail. Not the fingerprints, the DNA.
The DNA under her nail.
Under her nail.
Makes sense, yep.
Okay. And I said the name there low key, but
it's all right.
But you didn't get it.
My fault.
All right. Let me keep going here with my notes. Even with the 2025-2026 disclosures, the public record shows open forensic questions that matter for a rigorous evidentiary closure. First, primary documentation gaps remain. Full autopsy reports, including toxicology, because he never did a toxicology report.
Right.
What if they were drugged? Right?
Yep.
If it was one person for 4 girls, you said the same thing. If they came to the back, why not run through the front?
Exactly.
Right? Complete lab case packets, bench notes, quantitation, stochastic thresholds, and mixture interpretation, contamination controls, and complete chain of custody logs are not publicly available. And secondary sources note autopsy ceilings that prevents independent outside review of the most disputed issues, which are the number of male contributors across items and whether any contaminant pathway can be excluded. Second, the ballistics endpoint should be clarified in the final published form. APD's slide deck and reporting describes a hit and a pending 1-to-1 tool mark comparison and or final reporting. A definition tool mark conclusion is a different evidentiary tier than an investigative lead.
Okay.
Third, latent print history is underdescribed publicly. The record indicates unmatched fingerprints exist, but does not resolve whether they are unsuitable, partial, or simply unmatched. So here they're saying, yeah, you have fingerprints, but you're not telling us why it's not matching.
Right.
You're not being specific as to why those fingerprints don't work for evidence. And, even though they remain as evidence, why is it not helping the investigation? Like, you're not being extremely, again, what did I say? Specific.
Yeah.
All right. In February 19, 2026.
Very recent.
Yes. The court declares previously accused men innocent.
Ooh.
Formal innocence declaration in courts follows the suspect identification and evidence review. Okay, because they do end up finding who our killer was.
Oh my.
Okay. And that person is... Drum roll. I'm just kidding. It is... I lost his name.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I can't see his full name. Hello? Okay. APD and AP reporting note that Brashers was stopped by Border Patrol less than 48 hours after the Overshot murders in December 8, 1991, with a stolen vehicle and a .380 pistol. APD states serial number confirmation tied to the same gun later used in his 1999 suicide. He killed himself in 1999, and I can't find his full name. I will find it for you in a second. But the night of the murders, he steals a car. Yeah. Goes through Border Patrol, gets stopped by Border Patrol, okay, and nothing happens to him until 1999 that he decides to commit suicide. How do you feel about that?
Unbelievable.
That's the worst.
How did they find out it was him, though?
I'm trying to get there.
Oh.
Late June, July 2025, APD states a cold case detective recognized the .380 cartridge casing had not been submitted to the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network in many years. So, that cartridge casing, I guess it's evidence, and once things evolve, you're supposed to keep sending it.
I get it now. So when they send it, they compared it to the one that he used to kill himself.
After resubmission, APD received a same-day hit to a Kentucky homicide.
Oh my God, there's more.
And transported the casing for 1-to-1 tool mark comparison with the official definitive results described as pending at the time of the slide check. So because they resubmitted it, they put it to a Kentucky homicide that he had already committed.
Oh my God.
And that's how they were able to start patching up the evidence, like, building off of that.
Yeah.
I still don't find his name, though. Can't believe I don't find his name right now. So mad. After a decade of investigation, DNA evidence identified Robert Eugene Brashers. Do you know who that is?
Never met the guy. He literally killed himself when I was born.
Okay.
Wait, when did he kill himself? 1999?
1999.
But what month?
It doesn't say.
Never met him in my life.
Okay, well,
it's just the name. I was like, wow.
He's a serial killer.
What?
Who died by suicide in 1999 as the true perpetrator. DNA from under Amy Ayers' fingernails matched Brasher's, linking him to the crime.
But what about the Kentucky? It was raping people his normal thing? Or
it was a homicide.
With no...
The Kentucky thing?
Yeah, it was just a homicide.
It was a homicide. I mean, he could have sexually assaulted.
Oh, got it.
Brasher's had a history of violent crimes across multiple states, including murder and sexual assault. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
You just let me...
My bad. Yep. There we go.
In February 2026, a Texas judge formally declared the 4 wrongfully, because at the end of the day, it wasn't just 2.
It was 4.
It was 4.
Yeah.
Again, 4 wrongfully accused men. He named them innocent, clearing their names and acknowledging the miscarriage of justice they endured. They still don't get that time back, though.
No. All they get is a, hey, sorry.
That sucks. That must... I can't even put myself in the situation to even feel that's is.
Rough. You know that happens a lot.
Well, then maybe they shouldn't just take people's word for it.
Yeah.
Just because you want to close a case, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
4 men for 4 young girls.
You know, it's crazy because...
One being a child.
Yeah, no, it's rough. It's crazy because, at the beginning we were like, oh, how can one guy really do all this? They should have just ran.
Right.
One guy did it.
I feel like, and I'm always going to say this in any situation, in any case, a big form of shock takes over where, I mean, you're talking about girls.
Yep.
Like, I understand, women's equality and, women are equal as men. But I feel like every person individually reacts differently. And I feel like male and women, male and female are going to react differently in a certain situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I feel like women will react in a certain way where it's more of a state of shock than action.
Yeah. Well, they probably
I'm not saying all women do that.
Yeah.
But you're talking about young girls.
Yeah.
I could just imagine how scared I would be if something like this happens, But then again, out of the 4 girls...
he also could have just gone in. They could have been, oh my God. And then he just executed them. Like, right there.
But then why would you bind them and gag them? So you're being gagged so that it's not to scream. Yeah, so to speak, right. A lot of things.
All 4 of the girls were gagged?
All of them.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense.
I mean, it could happen where you're scared to the point where you're like, if I try to run away, then it's going to be worse.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
And actually, remember I was 4 girls?
Yeah, I know.
Well, a little fact that I didn't say before. It was 4 girls. But 3 were stacked.
Right. So 1 wasn't.
Because the 4th one wasn't completely dead.
Oh.
So she probably was stacked.
Yeah, and she crawled away.
And she crawled to the back door.
Yeah.
So they found it cracked open.
Because she tried to open it.
Oh
my God.
Well, they found it cracked open. And they were trying to open it, and when they finally did, they found her in the back room
Oh my God.
Which is why it made no sense that the fire would start there, because she crawled back there like to get away from the fire.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, yeah, it does.
If she would have reached the back door, she would have lived.
But the smoke killed her? The fire killed her?
She burnt, yeah.
Oh my God.
She all burnt. Like, she stayed in the back door, but remember, she was probably already shot too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Just blood loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe if the guy wasn't such a coward.
And you want me to make it even worse?
What?
That was a 13-year-old.
Oh my God. That's rough.
I can't fathom the mentality you have to have in order to do such horrific things.
No, that's insane, honestly.
It is insane. Especially when you hear about young people who have like their entire lives ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I think about it and I'm just like, that's insane. Like, you're just working your regular part-time. It's not even like a full-time career. It's a part-time job.
Well, she wasn't working. She was just there to help her
That's
sister.
even worse. You weren't even working. But overall, they're all just young girls working a part-time job. They're going to go there for 4 hours and leave.
Yep.
You know? Or work the whole day or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever they work. But they probably had plans.
They probably, yes. Yeah. Yes, they did.
It sucks.
It does. Heavy. And that is my episode for today.
Not bad.
You don't think?
That was actually pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you. And like I said before, please follow our Instagram.
Please follow, share, comment.
Yes, also, and if you would like for us to cover a specific case, send us a DM.
Yes.
We hope you keep listening.
Alrighty then. Goodbye.
Until next time.